Guess who's back?
Back again.
Dan Payton back. Tell a friend. Hey, it's been a while since we've done a Facebook Live, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, no,
Really
partly because there hasn't been really much to talk about, to
Thank
be honest
goodness.
with you. We're loving that. We're loving that. Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa. We're getting into the holiday season, man.
Yeah,
It's coming
yeah.
quick. It's unbelievable how fast everything is going. So, several things. I wanted to do a Facebook Live. Number one, because I've got some time off, and you won't be seeing me on the news for a little while. That doesn't mean I won't be on social media, but it does mean I won't be in the studio every afternoon and evening for several days. I'll be kind of in and out. Peyton and Zach and Josh will be holding down the fort. But Peyton, you had a little family vacation not too long ago. Got to see your
It was
family.
great.
So,
Since there's 4 of us, we all got to take turns doing the Christmas break so everyone can rotate out. So I went first, and I had mine, and you're about to go on yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a lot of rotations with everyone.
And Zach is going to be off the end of December, so he's going to see his family right before Christmas. So, hey, the weather's quiet, but we do have some things that we want to talk about. And hey, Evan rages, huh? Evan is raging. So, anyways, hey, good to see you. Good to see everyone on YouTube. I know it's been a while. I was presenting to some kiddos today. That was high school juniors for Washington County Team Leadership, and we kind of lived through that May 26, 2024 tornado outbreak, which was unreal. And just looking back at that, just kind of brought up some memories of doing this Facebook Live. And then we had, of course, October 31st and November 4th. But so far, been pretty quiet, Peyton. Not a whole lot going on. However, knock on wood. A couple of things. Number one, my mom is coming into town. Now, have you heard about this?
Yes, I have. For anyone who hasn't.
So this is called the mom factor. My mom is flying into town late next week. When she comes into town, you can expect the worst weather possible. Number one, because her son has to work, and then he's gone when he's supposed to be off. And then number two is she just brings the worst weather. I don't know what the deal is, but she came in. We had the hottest weather ever, the coldest weather ever. The biggest tornado outbreak, the Mayflower Valonia tornado happened when she came into town. Really? Yes, the Valentine's Day snowstorm in Little Rock happened.
When was the last time she was here?
I'm trying to think. It was it's been a little while. That was actually some quiet weather. We did have some storms, but they weren't too bad, and we had some minor flooding, but we still had some active weather. So, all right, enough of me jabbering about what we've got, but the mom factor, this is definitely something that we have to keep into effect.
Models don't account for this.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Now, something too that we've added, this is kind of cool. We haven't done a Facebook Live with this, so we could really geek out. Wind streams.
Oh, yeah.
Wind streams show you the wind direction and speed over the area. And it really is a great visual explanation of what's happening.
And the temperature of the air. So you can see warm air advection and cold air advection.
Which is really cool. So let's get into it, and I'll show you what we're talking about. So this right here is the future track. Just had this added not too long ago, and these are called wind streams. Now, I'm going to point them out to you. I think you can see them. See these green lines on the screen? They're moving north from south to north. Now, when that is going northward, that is a south wind, meaning it's coming from the south, blowing to the north. So think of this like if you were to have a bunch of smoke, and let's say little smoke bombs, okay? These are the trails of smoke that would happen from those smoke bombs. So you can see the way that the wind is going and where it's coming from. So this is a south wind because it's coming from the south. This is a north wind. This is a northwest wind. So I think you can see it. Now, what's really cool with these wind streams is that we can show over time, and you can see where that high pressure system is with the clockwise circulation around a high. How cool is that?
Yeah, really
look at the camera off the screen, and then look at the south wind starting to pick up. So what does this do? Well, this pumps in moisture. Moisture is going to be surging northward, and that's going to lead to some rain chances. Now, what's also cool is that you can see fronts with these wind streams. And I think, everybody has them in the market. We're the last ones to get them, but I think we're going to explain them the best.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
we're gonna get a lot more into the science.
Absolutely.
A lot of
That's
things.
because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And Jacqueline's like, whoa, having a heart attack. No tornado tie. We're good. We have no severe weather. It won't even, there won't be many clouds in the sky tonight, but the winds will start to pick up. I'll take that back. We'll see some high level clouds start to move in overnight tonight. Okay, now we're going to advance a little bit more. Look at what happens. South wind kicking in. Now, this is really cool. Do you see the wind streams in the river valley? This is a factor of low pressure to the west, high pressure to the east, and the pressure goes from east to west, right? From high to low. And so there you see those easterly winds in the river valley, whereas there's southerly or more southerly in northwest Arkansas. So if we were to look at the temperature Friday morning, it might be a little colder in the river valley than it is in northwest Arkansas.
Because you're in that gap between the Boston Mountains and the
Yep.
Ouachita Mountains that kind of funnels everything in there, so it kind of squeezes everything
Yeah.
through basically like one lane traffic on 49.
Great idea. Yeah, like today.
Like today.
Like today when there was an accident
Yeah.
just south of Wagon Wheel, backed up traffic for 4 miles plus.
Crazy.
It was just one lane too.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit of a fender bender, but that's the way it is. It's funny too because I predicted that.
I know. You never say,
There's a-
oh, there's going to be an accident today, but today you did,
I
and sure
did.
enough, there was one.
And there was. So here's a look at the rain coming in on Friday. Now, you'll still see the wind coming from the south. So what does this tell you? Number one, it tells you that there's no front that's in the area yet.
Not yet.
There's no wind shift. So these are what we call warm air advection showers, what we also call isotropic lift. So
Yep.
this is an isotropic lift that's going to produce these showers, and you can see them kind of popping up here and there. Not a lot, but I would not be surprised to see some rain Friday morning. But I think the better chance is coming in Friday night. Watch what happens as this front starts moving
Look
in.
at those winds racing.
I
too.
know. These winds are cranking up. The longer the wind streams, the faster they are. And also, you can see how they're kind of green and yellowish in color. That's warmer winds. But look at the terrain. Look at all the stuff that's happening in the river valley. Just to let you know, we're talking about rain and possibly some thunderstorms, but severe weather at the moment looks extremely low. But it is something that's going to at least affect your day, especially overnight Friday into Saturday morning. For all those college kids that are wanting to have a good time on Dixon Street
After like
Friday night
finals,
after finals, wanting to
graduation.
relieve some stress and energy and graduating and celebrating, you got to be watching out for that. Next, okay, so yeah, no tornado tie. We already put that on there. Next, we're going to advance this. Now look, you see the wind shift? Look at the wind shift with those northwesterly winds. Boy, you can really tell where the front is. And the front is right along that wind shift. That's why cold fronts produce thunderstorms, because you have winds that are surging from the south, and then you got winds that are from the northwest. And there's where your thunderstorms are ahead of the lift that's coming through. Next. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna zip that went way too fast. So let's go here. We're gonna go. Is that bug Daffy Duck?
Yeah.
Makeup. Here's a look at Saturday. You can see the storm popping up. And I think a little bit of rain is coming. So Saturday morning, look at how the front starts advancing. Now, for those that are really smart, what type of front is this? You got two choices. You got a 50-50 chance. This is either a catafront or an anafront. Tell me what it is.
I would be very shocked
if people know.
if people know what catafront and anafront are.
Yep. Yeah, and
A lot of
not
people don't.
only if you get it right, I'm going to ask you why. So let's see. It's a cold front, yes, but there's a certain type of front. Okay. People are saying anafront, anafront. Okay, anafront.
Wow. I am really impressed.
But is it an anafront?
I'm impressed that people know what an anafront and catafront are.
I don't know if they do.
No.
Hello for Bella Vista.
Good
Huh?
answer. Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Brendan, there's catafront and anafront.
You can learn something new every day. Every day you can learn something new. That's what we like to do on these Facebook Lives. So, catafront or anafront? Yeah, it's actually with a K. Do tell. All right. So, I'm good at guessing games. So let me go ahead and I'll tell you what. We'll draw this in here. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Versus, and it's ANNA front. Okay. So save. I'll put that on there.
One in.
Is it one end?
I think so.
Well, I've always seen it with two ends. Now I'm going to learn something new. It might be one.
I think it is one.
Is it? We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
one
end.
front. All right. One end. See, I learned something new too. But, and what's catafront? KATAFRONT.
Yeah.
All right. So we have catafront versus anafront. You make the call. What do you think it is? Oh, look at this here. So ana means after. I'm pretty sure, but the rain comes before the front. Aha! Look at that. Dry air moves behind the front, which limits the flow of warm air upward. Oh, very good. This is actually because the precipitation is out ahead of the front, meaning the lifting is happening ahead of the front. It is a catafront. This is a catafront. So if you're wondering, that's what it is. So now you know. If the precipitation is ahead of the front, that's typically associated with stronger storms. That's associated with heavier rain. Behind it, you get more of the stratiform rain.
That's slow,
Yeah.
kind of drizzly all day kind of stuff.
Yep. So that's an anafront. And I just learned today that ana is only spelled with one N. So there you go. I learned something new every day too. Okay, so going back to this, we put this into motion and you can see that catafront moving eastward. But look at the terrain and how it impacts the wind streams. I don't know what the resolution of this, but this is really cool stuff.
I think it's like half kilometer.
That is awesome. And not only that, but look at this. I don't know if you can see this. There's a low pressure system that develops in the river valley from the terrain and the wind streams. So this sometimes can localize and enhance tornado potential, which is what you don't even think. I'm not saying that with this. I'm just saying with other situations,
Yeah.
if we have all the ingredients.
But it's
in
cool to
place.
see that localized low developing.
Yeah, it is.
And there's another one near Texarkana.
Okay, so now let's take a look at the long range here and give you some ideas of what's going on. So, there you go. Good job, Kenzie. So Friday night system is coming in. That's the one that we just watched. That's coming in and bringing rain and storms for Friday night into Saturday morning. I can't wait. If we get some rumbles of thunder and some lightning and that soothing, thunder, nothing bad, that's going to be awesome. Now, here comes the next system. This is Monday's system. Now, you might see most of the energy to the north. However, you will see that there's still some energy that's lagging behind.
Well,
and
it's
also
pretty high.
several short waves, too. What?
It's pretty high.
What, the Monday
The
system?
text,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. That's fine. It's raised up a
Never
little bit.
realized that.
Then, if we move that along, look at what's coming next week. Now, this is where things could get interesting, but this is still a ways out.
But that is deeper. It is trending deeper and deeper.
And deeper and deeper and colder, too. And just to let you know, guess who's coming into town? Right about the 19th. I mean,
Mama's coming in right as the
Mama-
energy is swinging in.
Mama Claus is coming to town. And that system is coming in right there. And then behind it, another little cold blast that comes in. Now, what's weird is the models aren't very cold with that. I don't know.
Right.
But those are two systems that we have to watch. Well, really three systems that we have to watch. So what does that do and how does that translate to precipitation? Well, let's check it out. So first of all, we saw the models. Remember, high resolution model data will probably have the rain better, and we'll look at some others too. But here's a look at the widespread rain Saturday morning. And then you see Sunday or Saturday night, system moves out. Sunday, not a whole lot happening. Pretty quiet, Peyton.
Yeah, throughout most of the day.
Monday, rain, possibly some thunderstorms.
Wet commute to work. Definitely
Yep.
looking at some possibilities of some rumbles of thunder. But again, no severe weather expected, thankfully.
And the reason for that is we're lacking the instability.
Yes.
We just don't have. We're so dry right now. It's going to take a while for that moisture return to take place. Now, quiet Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll stop it right there.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Have a good one. See you later. No, I'm just kidding. We'll show you more. But, anyways, now remember, we're prefacing this. This is a ways out.
And this is one model and one model run.
Yep. Yeah, so excited for the rain graduation. I know, Josh. I was actually just thinking of that.
Yeah.
Maybe some rumbles of thunder and some downpours. And it's already a madhouse at Bud Walton Arena for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the system coming in.
Hmm.
Lo and behold, look at that.
Look at those clouds.
Yeah, those are just clouds. The backside of that system moves out pretty quick. And then it's gone.
Huh.
Melissa's like, no, that was just mean.
But
all right, so the ensembles, they don't really hint at much.
no, they don't have
Yeah,
any
no.
snow.
No.
A
Deterministic run? What does
ensembles
that
have a 10% chance of snow over the next 30 days from now until Christmas.
show? Ensembles, though, sometimes underdo weather
Yeah.
systems this far out. You
Oh,
know?
well, of course. Yeah,
yeah.
it's just ensemble.
Yeah. And the EFI doesn't have anything either. But let's take a look at the closer look here and see what we've got. So there's the mom factor right there. Let's look at these temperatures. 34, 29, 31, and then it's out of there. Now, if we go back 6 hours, you'll see that it's totally gone.
Yeah.
So what about the GFS? The good for stinking forecast. Let's see what it shows. First of all, there's the rain. Okay, so that's Saturday morning. Very likely rain for Josh Weisel's graduation. Fitting it's active weather for my graduation. I wouldn't have it any other way. I know. Taking shelter during the graduation. No, I'm just kidding. That's not happening. Next, we have Monday's system. That's happening. Models are pretty much in agreement, but this is where things start to diverge. Whoa. And here is your GFS showing that precipitation Wednesday. So both show a system, both show something moving through, but not the same in terms of temperatures and how cold it is, and a lot of uncertainty.
They
there.
both have precip, but one shows frozen, the
Yeah.
other doesn't. But
I have my doubts too.
yeah, me too, Kenzie.
So if we're looking at this, this is the European. These are the systems. We already saw this, but let's see how this one evolves. So this one right here, that's in the Pacific Northwest, starts diving southward and then really starts to close off and take off. And then that secondary system comes in. So that is the European. The GFS, however, if we look at that,
Which something we learned from last winter was that the European has above cutoff lows diving too far south. If you remember that.
I do. So let's see what we got. So there's a system Friday into Saturday morning. There's a system Monday. So multiple systems, which is exactly the way I started. Now here is this Wednesday system, more progressive, moves through a lot quicker, and doesn't close off as far west. So that means not as cold. And then it kind of moves out. Our weather pattern has been characterized by this ridge on the west coast and a trough on the east coast. So what that does is that keeps these cold blasts kind of sporadic, but we are constantly in a battle between this warm and cold. And if we look at this on basically the 850 millibar temperatures, so I bring this up.
ECMWF.
Where
That's what it sounded.
are you? Yeah. Forecast. My eyes are going crazy here. Where are you?
Right there.
What?
Yeah.
All
There
right,
you
here. Okay. So this is the 850 millibar temperatures, and you can see where the cold is, which is the purples, and you can see the warmer. Here comes the next front. See that? Starting to drop south. It's more of a Pacific front, so it's not as cold. Then it starts warming up again. Then we have the next cold blast, and then there's the system that comes in. See that cold air? That's west of Fayetteville, western Kansas. That starts dropping south, and that's that cutoff. Now there's a lot of things that have to come to fruition with that.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit too aggressive, so to speak.
Maybe it knows my mom's coming in.
Maybe it knows. Yeah, maybe it's accounting for the mom
Yeah.
factor. But the reason we show 850 millibar temperatures is because it gets rid of the diurnal heating in the temperature. So every day, we warm up, cool down, warm up, cool down, warm up, cool down. This takes that away and kind of shows us the overall air mass temperature, so
Yeah.
to speak. That's a good way to think about it.
That's a great way. And if you look at a temperature trend, if we go closer in, I could show you that. It's a mess because it warms up and cools down. So let me show you here. Let's do temperature and wind chill here. Now watch. This will be as we load this up and it starts drawing the contours on there. Here we go. Watch. There's the warm up. There's the cool down. There's the warm up. And this is too zoomed in. That's a waste.
But you get the idea, I think. So that's why we show 850 millibar
I can
temperatures.
show you.
Because it shows that colder air mass, that column of air that is colder, going to be swinging in.
And that's about 850 millibars is about
Mile and a half.
Yeah, about 5,000 feet, isn't it? Approximately. Here we go. I'll answer this. Hello. I am doing a Facebook Live right now. Huh? No, not at all. Pete, yeah, hop on and comment away. Yeah, I'm on the phone with you right now as I'm talking on Facebook Live. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Got a caller
All
on
right.
the line.
Yeah. A real important caller. All right, loves. I got to run. Okay, love you too. Bye. Hey, the wife calls, got to answer.
Oh, gotta answer.
Right?
Yeah.
Where will there be severe weather? I don't think so, no. And I'll show you why. But here's this warming and cooling that Peyton was talking about. So if we look at this, there's the warming, there's the cooling. Warming, cooling, warming, cooling, warming, cooling. You really see it there.
Yeah.
It's like a yo-yo. It goes up and down and
Mm-hmm.
up and down, and it's really hard to recognize when the cold air is coming in. But then when you look at 850 millibars, as you'll see, now when we put this into motion, you don't see that warming and cooling. You get an idea of the trends and the way the air masses are moving. She is a wonderful, kind lady. She sure is. Tiffany says, "Oh, hi, wifey." How about Josh? He says, "For any snow fans, hard to forecast 1 to 3 days out. 5 to 7 days is out rough. Everything has to come together, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. So we're going to watch it closely and keep you updated. But I think that about sums it up. I don't necessarily agree with the CPC. I think they're going to be changing that forecast because it just looks colder. What?
It's all warmer than normal.
Yeah, I know. I don't believe it.
Oh, it needs to be colder than normal?
Yeah, especially mid to late week next week.
We'll see. You
Yeah.
can check and validate us.
Hey, look
on
at
our
that.
website.
Look who we have. Edward on here.
Nice.
Good to see you, Edward.
But
What's
you,
up?
You can see if we were wrong. You can go to our climate data site on knwa.com.
Ooh, yeah, that's awesome. All right,
And that
so
shows you warmer or colder than normal
here's the overnight lows,
tonight.
and here is tomorrow. Our high temperatures. Pretty nice day tomorrow. Get out and
Yeah.
enjoy it. Upper 50s, lower 60s, looking really nice.
Mhm.
So we're going to wrap it up here with the 7-day forecast. But you can tell your friends about Catafront and Anafront. Now they know. 58 Thursday, Friday, mid 50s. There's the rain chances, pretty likely. Now, wait a minute. I thought we went higher than 40. What? Wait a minute. What is going on here?
Has it been like that the whole time? Let's see what it shows in our app. So that's what's
Yeah.
in the thing.
Yeah. I thought you put in the forecast editor that. We have that higher.
Friday is 40, correct. Saturday should be
Should be 80.
80.
Huh.
It shows 40. Okay.
Oh, that's because you went overnight Friday.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, that is true, honestly.
It is, yeah. A lot
But-
of it is overnight. Watch,
for
I'm going
the
to change this
24 hours.
change this in real time here. You're going to see this change in real time. Chances for severe on Friday night. I don't think so.
No chance.
Nope. I don't think so. But I honestly haven't looked at the Storm Prediction Center. Do they have anything outlined? I don't think so. I wouldn't doubt some thunderstorms. There you go.
Yeah.
So some thunderstorms, but not necessarily severe weather. But thunderstorms definitely a possibility. So there's a look. Hey, it bumped up to 80% Saturday, and that's mainly in the morning hours. So the rest of our 7-day here. Notice the winds are going to be picking up on Friday, tomorrow too. Then Saturday, we're going to be in the mid 50s. Much needed rain coming our way. Sunday's quiet most of the day, but more rain comes in Sunday night into Monday. And then there's that 20% on Wednesday. It's just too far out to go anything above 20%.
yeah. For sure.
Way too far out. But it is something that we'll be watching and keeping you updated with. And then there's a look at mid to upper 50s to lower 60s in the River Valley. You have lower 50s.
Mid 60s this weekend.
Yeah,
That's nice.
that's going to be pretty good.
Mhm.
So I think that about wraps it up. And I'll tell you this, I'm going to be off for several days. Peyton, Josh, and Zach are going to be holding down the fort. People are going to be taking off. Tis the season. I'll be spending some time getting some things done around the house, spending some time with the wife, Jennifer, and the kids. And if there are really, really bad storms and in advance of bad storms, I will still jump on Facebook Live. In fact, I'm cooking up something at the house. Let's just say that. So we'll let you know about that. And also, too, I'll tell you this. Next year, we're going to kick some tail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 2000. I might have gotten a little bit burnt by the end of the year. And I'll be perfectly honest. You kind of feel the holiday vibes. You're just kind of coasting. The weather's kind of quiet, so you haven't had to do a lot of live updates.
You're on autopilot.
But I'm on autopilot. I got a lot of ideas, man. We're going to show. I'm building a graphic that talks about QLCS tornadoes. It's going to be epic, and it's going to really explain the balance between the cold pool and the shear and why that's important for tornado potential. Remember how we always mentioned 30 knots, low level, 0.3 kilometer bulk shear, and if it's line normal, we'll explain all that. We're going to put all that together. I've got a graphic that I'm still working on for the halo around the moon, the 22-degree halo. When next time we see some high clouds, which, when we're getting closer to a full moon, we could be seeing that. Might see a halo around the moon tomorrow night, as a matter of fact.
We also got stream upgrades coming.
Yep.
Social media upgrades coming. Just full force 2025.
That's right.
All gas, no brake, left lane, hammer down.
Oh. Oh, that just derailed the whole vehicle there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Hey, Razorbacks, my goodness, what a game against Michigan. I might have to watch the replay of that. That was
it's a good game.
that was a great
Down
game.
14, then up by 16. Hogs gonna hog, almost lose it,
That was pretty
and
cool.
then they hang on.
So yeah, shout out to Trek, the gifted and talented in Bentonville, and shout out to Washington County team leadership. Had a great time talking to them. Peyton, anything else?
No winter weather, please. Please, everyone, pray no winter weather. I don't want it. Maybe one snow day because it's nice to look at where it's all nice and pure and white.
Yeah.
But then you can just scrap that.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Edward said, "Oh man, my team lost. He's Michigan.
Yeah.
He's a Michigan fan.
Mm.
His dad, and he grew up in Michigan for a little while. So, one question here, got to answer it. In a supercell, what is the beaver tail and the RFD cut? Good question. The beaver tail is an inflow tail that's streaming in from the forward flank of the storm. So in high precipitation supercells, you will see what almost looks like a flat, elongated cloud, which looks like a beaver tail. And the RFD cut is the clear slot behind the wall cloud with the descending rear flank downdraft. It kind of cuts out an opening of the clouds, and that is known as the RFD cut. So what that tells you is a wrapping around of the rear flank downdraft is developing, which can precede tornado potential. We saw that on the storm that was by Bull Hollow.
Yeah.
At night in one flash. Dan, I saw something in the sky this afternoon. It looked like a comet. Did anyone else see it? So how long did it last? Was it pretty quick? If it's a big bright flash, it doesn't last very long, maybe seconds. That's probably a daytime meteor known as a fireball. If you do see that, I know a guy that hunts meteors. In fact, I talked to him on the way back from Branson. Steve Arnold, the meteorite hunter. He's got a whole show, and dude has seen he's found so many meteorites. It's unbelievable. Yeah,
cool.
It's really cool. So it lasted a few minutes. So it sounds to me like, honestly, I think this is what it was, Sue. I think it was a plane that was glinting off of the sun. Was it right at sundown? You let me know. If it was at sundown, it could be sunlight glinting off a plane, and then the contrail behind the plane looks like it's a meteor. It looks like it's a comet. I've seen that before where it looks kind of cool. If it was right around sundown, then that would be something he said this afternoon. So it might have been that. Or it could have been space junk. Or it could have been aliens.
Yeah, where's the invasion? I'm still waiting on that.
Yeah, the alien invasion. No, it was about 4.
Well, the sun is lower.
Yeah. So it could have been
know.
glinting off the plane. I don't know. But
hey, Merry Christmas, Edward.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope everybody is good. Oh, Chip. Santa will bring another dog for Christmas. I know. Missing Riley. That's for sure. I can understand that. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. It was gold looking. That sounds like a plane glint, like with the sun shining off of a plane, and then the contrail behind it. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it was. Will, dude, this guy's jacked. Yeah, look at him. Look at your profile, man. Where do you have that much time to take pictures, though, man? You got to be working out. No pictures until after the workout.
Maybe that is after the workout.
Yeah, it probably is. He's got a good old pump. That's awesome. Okay, one quick recap. That's good. If you're just joining, we won't go all into the wind streams and all that stuff, but I'll just say this. Rain chances are going to be picking up, and those are going to be developing on Friday evening. Might need to bump up those 20% a little bit more, but we're just too far out to adjust it too much.
Oh, it doesn't have anything.
Yeah, we'll adjust it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, here's this. So there's 58 for tomorrow. Morning lows around freezing tomorrow morning. Then we get a little milder, and that's because we've got rain chances coming in. And the recap for this is we've got a system that's going to be bringing a front. These are brand new. These are called wind streams. They basically show the way the wind direction is blowing. And it's very helpful in describing the weather and visualizing fronts and visualizing weather systems. So if you'll see here, we've got rain that's coming in for Friday afternoon into the evening, but the rain really picks up when that system gets closer and the lift gets stronger. And so Saturday early morning, I think we got some thunderstorms. Severe weather, not a concern. Instability will be lacking, but mid-level and mostly unstable Cape will still be there. So we will get some rumbles of thunder, but no surface-based instability, or at least not at this point. That changes, we'll let you know. Saturday morning, you can see those storms rolling out. It will be cold enough, though, I think, for some small hail. So be aware of that because the temperatures aloft are going to be pretty chilly.
Yeah.
And this is the time of year where you can get that. And then that system starts to move out by Saturday afternoon. Once that moves out, we get another system that comes in on Monday. You can see that moving through. That brings some rain. And then we're watching a third system that could become a cutoff low and bring some potential frozen precipitation. That all depends on what happens with the system. And then finally, one last thing, we'll look at the HRRR because I haven't even done this yet, the newest one. Here is a look at the rain. There's the showers that are popping up, and then there's Friday afternoon, and then that's as far out as it goes. So it doesn't get to the storms Friday
Goes
late
till
night.
0Z.
Yep. That's it. But that's definitely the rain. 12 kilometer. We'll look at the graph, 12 kilometer real quick. Right here. Want to see a snow NATO. I want to see a snore NATO and go to bed. So here's Friday. There's the storms. And then that moves out. And yeah, I think rain is definitely coming for Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday early morning. That's pretty much a given. And then we warm up over the weekend. So there's the recap. And you're welcome, man. And I'm going to run. Merry Christmas to everyone. I will be back on the 23rd. So I do work December 23rd, right before Christmas. And again, if there's bad weather, I'll be here too. Hey, how about this? Have you guys ever studied edge shadows or volumetric shadows? So there's a lot about anvil shadowing, if that's what you're talking about, the edge of the anvil and how it creates a baroclinicity zone, which, by the way, increases low-level rotation and the low-level shear, which can ultimately lead to tornado potential. So yes, there have been many studies. In fact, Paul Markowski is one of the professors of meteorology that studied a lot about edge shadows on the leading edge of those anvils, especially if the anvils are really thick.
Yeah.
So some cool stuff there.
Shout out Paul Markowski.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Markowski. Is a smart dude.
Oh yeah.
And
Everybody's
is he
severe
still
weather
is
textbook.
he still at Penn State?
I think so. I hope so.
He was at OU
Really?
for a while. Yeah. All right, guys. Take care. See y'all. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. God bless. Merry Christmas. We'll see you.